As we said, I'll be talking on the topic computer networking in Windows environment. Most of us here are very different. My topic says computer networking in Windows environment. Most of us here know what is networking, but we don't know the components of networking. And I have a reason why I chose to write on Windows environment. I will be exposing the features of Windows environment that makes it the most user-friendly operating system. We have other operating systems like Linux and other things. I will be exposing those things right away. First of all, what is networking? Networking in computer is the linking of computers and other devices to ensure sharing of resources, communication, and other components that are inbuilt into networking. What the things we use in networking are computers and other hardware peripheral devices which we connect to ensure that there is transfer of files, communication, and sharing of resources. Now we have network fundamentals. What are the kinds of networks in computer? There are two kinds of networks. Because of time, I will be rushing. We have peer-to-peer network. Peer-to-peer network is a type of computer network in which there is no centralized administration. Every computer in that network is a standalone computer. You are on your own, you are in charge of everything about your computer in that network. And one of the disadvantages is that there are a lot of security lapses because there is a lot of security lapses. You do everything on your own. I can log into your system without having restrictions. In which there is a centralized location that controls every aspect of that network called server. That is why every organization, every company must implement network. Now you see a picture. That ensures security. It is the paramount objective in actualizing network. We have a lot of elements that get up a private network of our organization. It also requires local areas. We also have the review access. I will be giving some examples in your also are not a technical area of the association. So I will give a time, I will give the knowledge field and the element of us to understand the time what I'm saying. After the review access, I will observe examples whereby they have the level and the Awka. So the time is not the reason the president from that philosophy. Another thing we have is the right area, which is in the knowledge of you in linking the philosophy you are very on. This is the linking the knowledge. That is right area for what to link to the connection of internet and everything. Internet is an interconnection of computer networks. In fact, it is referred as network of networks. If we communicate through the internet, I can communicate to you through the internet. I can communicate to me through the internet. It's called network of networks. Every private network of an organization and another private network of another organization, all these collectively is called internet. Another thing we have is extranet. Extranet is a perfect example is internet. Western Union is a collaborative network which is a company interact with their customers. If you can agree with me, Western Union which they are companies of the bank use their service. The banks are not members of their network, but they access resources to their network. That is called extranet. And it uses SSL, secure software layer, have access to that network. That is extranet. Another thing I have in my presentation is Windows connectivity components. There are some of them protocols, which are conventions and procedures with which the components in the network communicate. I can communicate with you using the protocol. That's an example for you. After this generation, you must have some rules guiding us. That is what is called protocol in computer We have network service. Network service is around the network protocol communication. Software communication is network service. That's network service. You go behind your computer. I mean, that's your laptop. You see an adapter. Wherever you put your application site, and then register jack that is used to communicate with management, and we also have findings, the making of this computer. Then I have network media. Network media is the medium in which the network communicates. We have guidance and unguided. Unguided, they are called cables. They are basic kind of things. We have the communication network, which is the most common. We have the fiber optic. We have the coaxial cable. Fiber optic transmits using light. Right? Coaxial cable and presented transmit using electrical signals. That's why in coaxial cable and presented there is a lot of interference. This is related to fiber optic. That's why you see a lot of companies using it to transmit. We also have the unguided. We have the radio transmission, microwave, Bluetooth, and infrared. Then we also have the network connectivity devices, the hub, which the hub and themselves which is more necessary than the hub. We also have the technology and network extender that is used extends the reach of resistance. Because as network travels, there is acceleration and the input and specific locations to the signal strength. We also have the gateway. This way is used to connect two networks that are running on different technologies. Different technologies have the Apple and Ethernet. They will cover the Ethernet. We also have the technology that is installed in your computer which is installed in your computer to ensure that your computer communicates. We have Windows Connect and local protocols that are not them. We have the PCI transmission control protocol and internet protocol, and we have the network internet packet exchange, so frequent packet exchange, so net values compatible random protocol. But we will come to PCI because every it is automatically installed and it can never be installed. We also have the connectivity. We also have ways of checking connectivity. We have trackers. We have trackers to check the route. We have IP complete to check the connectivity of the source. And we also have PIN packet program to check that the connection between your device and my device. All these things are really tested in the platform. You will better use the web. We also have what we call active directory. Active directory is the service directory of the network that is used to store every information in that network. The users computer is on that boundary of the network. That is called domain controller. We have many structures. Domain controllers have structures. We have the root domain, we have the child domain, and we have the additional domain. The root domain is head of child domain are the branches, while additional domains are used to implement fault tolerance. Conclusively, networking is a very good aspect to implement, and for you to achieve networking, you must have to ensure that security must be paramount in your plan. Thank you very much.
My name is Bright Sala, mechanical engineering, and I'm at Tochukwu. You talked about networking and you said something about protocol as a means of communication between two persons. Now I want to ask a question. Is there any device driver that acts as a link between this communication? As in when I mean device driver, I mean about the interface. Is there any interface that is linking between that communication between those two persons? Thank you very much. As I rightly put, we have what is called network interface card. This is installed in your computer to ensure connectivity between your computer and the computer you are communicating with. Thank you very much.
My name is Ejikemeuwa, Nnamdi University. That's the line presentation. My question, I want to be clear. Considering where we went and where we are and where we'll be tomorrow, that is when you're talking about security. I to know the reliability of the old convention and the new or whatever recent convention. Because, for instance, I've been in a bank where they use the network system, and automatically the bank, or rather the network went down, and they had to go back to the old convention, which is more reliable to them. So they have to bring out their files, and people that have accounts in other banks do not be paid. Only the branch domain were paid. So the network system, I want to know the reliability of the network.
I'm meant to have explained, which I did not, as a result of time. In that regard, we are talking of reliability. If you listen very well, you have when I mentioned the types of domains. I mentioned the root domain. I mentioned the additional domain, I mentioned the child domain. In that aspect, every organization, like the bank, right now, any bank that doesn't have an additional domain controller, I think they are still a legacy bank. Legacy means old space. As I said, additional domain controllers are used for tolerance. As a backup, whenever there is failure, the additional domain controller takes over every resource in the domain controller, in the root domain or in the side domain, and the system keeps working without having a downtime in the network. So, as you are talking about reliability, each and every company, any company that calls me to run their network infrastructure today, I must implement and insist that additional domain controller must be put in place to ensure absolute reliability. Thank you very much. Failure rate, that's exactly what I say. Failure rate to ensure that the network, the additional domain controller takes over every resource from the domain controller which has failed, and the system keeps moving without having a downtime. Thank you very much. You are talking of going back to the old convention. The old convention is a situation whereby when the system fails, you will wait until that system is put back into functionality before it starts working again. But now you are saying, going back to the current convention we are into now, is whereby we implement something that will ensure that when the system fails, the system keeps moving without having a downtime.